most insane, damaged people on Earth. A circle of privileged douchebags. But I do miss having someone out there. Hello. No.
Todos conocemos, o al menos hemos oído sobre You, la sórdida historia de Joe, un tipo que tiende a obsesionarse con sus parejas al punto de asesinar por ellas, y también asesinarlas a ellas. Pero resulta que su última obsesión logró huir a tiempo de él. De hecho, podemos encontrarla vivita y coleando en esta cuarta temporada. Pues bien, pudimos hablar con Tati Gabrielle, la actriz que precisamente interpreta a este personaje, Marienne, que ahora se convertirá en el motivo del nuevo actuar de Joe.
Laying low is imperative.
Hello, Tati. It's really nice to meet you. Thank you for being here today with me.
No, thank you for having me. It's nice to meet you.
We end up last season with Marienne just being kind of warned and kind of threatened by love. And now, what are we gonna see about Marienne in this new season after that, after all that she probably knows about Yo right now?
I think we when we find Marienne, we find them in their reunion, I think that Marienne has a lot of mixed emotions about Joe, because it's one thing to be told something and it's another thing for it to be made real, if that makes sense. I've had this conversation with some people at the end of last season of like, does Marienne believe love when she tells her, you know, that Joe's done this, Joe's a killer, da. And I don't think that it's that anything was made real, I think, to Marienne until she comes up against Joe in this season and sort of sees him in the flesh. So she's got an internal battle that she's facing, and you know, how does one come to terms with any of that? It's a pretty like mind-blowing realization, and especially if you had no sign of it coming. How do you grapple between the love that you once felt and this new piece of information?
Yeah, I know. It could be like so tough for Marienne, like to run away from him.
Por otro lado, a Tati ya la conocíamos por sus roles en las producciones de Sabrina, Uncharted y la serie recientemente estrenada Caleidoscopio. Pero este papel en particular, sin duda, le dejó algo importante como persona.
What did you learn as a human being, like to be part of this project? And what did you learn as an actress? What did you enjoy the most?
I think just from the show in general, from like, I've learned so many things. Just sitting with Penn in a green room is like my, like, I don't know, intellectual dream. Like, I feel like I learned so many things about life and the world just sitting and talking to Penn in general. And I think that, yeah, like he's just an incredible human. As an actor, I learned just being on this show has been because prior to this, I was doing mostly like fantasy, sci-fi sort of content. And this was the first show that I was able to be on that had a character that was grounded in reality. So taught me how to ground myself even more so as an actor.
Y es que siempre es importante reflexionar en la vida real sobre temas de este tipo.
Is tricky.
What do you think about people like Joe? I mean, not murders, but people really get obsessed with their couples. Do you think this kind of show maybe romanticizes like the act of stalking, or what do you think we can learn maybe watching the show?
I think this show actually is more so a big warning. I think it's taking some of the issues or toxicities that we may have in the world at the moment around love and relationships and things like that, and putting a huge magnifying glass on it, showing the worst possible way that those things can go. And I think it's up to people to heed the warning. That yes, of course, this is for entertainment, but I don't think that it's meant to romanticize obsession or romanticize
Totally.
psychopathy. I think it's meant to be entertaining, but to be a huge warning and a red flag that this is not the kind of guy that you should go after, and this is not the kind of relationship that you should strive for. That is not love. That is infatuation and obsession, which is not healthy.
Professor Jonathan Moore. Why are you here?
What can we expect from this new season? I mean, why we should probably watch it, besides we maybe thought that we just already got a closure about the Joe story?
One, it's a far cry away from last season and the normal formula that the show has followed before.
And new characters as well.
Right. Very different characters. We're in a whole new place. It's, more of a whodunit this season as opposed to we're not seeing just Joe going around and doing his normal thing. And it seems as though he's turned into the prey and not the predator. And I think that we'll see development in Joe's character that I think will be a big surprise to a lot of people, shifts and takes the show to a whole new level.
En fin, ¿será que Joe logrará redimirse de todo lo que ha hecho? ¿O continuará con sus andanzas entre su nuevo grupo de amigos?
So who are you?
Pues ya puedes descubrirlo en la cuarta temporada de You, cuya primera parte ya está disponible en Netflix. Ponle play ya.
I just want my little European holiday back.
I couldn't get away.